Alright, so yesterday, August 17th, we got a story about this WWE wrestlers, Paige and Alberto Del Rio, and supposedly outside of the WWE, they're a couple, but they were both suspended for a wellness violation, and it just has some interesting numbers. What I think's funny, before I even get into the numbers, is just the fact that this is the WWE. Everybody knows that it's not real wrestling, and in the articles they write like this on CNN and whatnot, they write stuff like, who knows when she'll get another shot at the title, like it's some real event and like it really matters and it's not rigged and everything else. You know, it's just funny to me because it's all a storyline anyway, right? So I just don't get how people can get into something that's so fake, you know? And I mean, I get how you can have fun watching it and all that, but I'm just saying in general, them writing an article about this and then actually making it seem like there's some way that for her doing this, she's not going to get a shot at the title or something, you know? Well, she didn't really do anything to deserve it anyway. It's all set up and pre-planned anyway, so it's just kind of funny to me that they write an article like that. But I'm going to stop rambling. In Gematria, what they were suspended for, a wellness violation, equals 226. And we get the story on August 17th. If you write out August 17th, it also equals 226. It also just so happened to be on Paige's 24th birthday. How interesting, they come out with a story on her birthday. They say she hasn't wrestled since June 27th, 627. 627 is normally the 178th day of the year. August 17th can be written as 17/8. So 178 in the story as well. Her boyfriend then, Alberto Del Rio, he also gets suspended. And, you know, one thing that, just in regards to the Olympics, Alberto Del Rio, and the Olympics are in Rio, possibly something going on with that, possibly not. Just makes me think of the Rio Olympics. And then we get the story the same day that we get the same type of story with the swimmers lying about being robbed or whatever. And I just point that out just because maybe that might lead to some type of suspension and whatnot. Who knows? Just a thought. Anyway, this suspension comes 84 days, also 2 months, 23 days after Alberto Del Rio's 39th birthday. These numbers have been all over the place. See them all the time. The word Masonic equals 223. 84, a super significant number. Obama was born on 8/4. Obama and Jewish Gematria equals 84. The French president's name equals 84. United States of America equals 84. In regards to him being 39 years old, the word wrestler equals 39. Paige just turned 24 when the story came out. If you write out 24, it equals 167, which is the 39th prime number. Her last name equals 39. Alberto Del Rio equals 136 and 64. August 17th, the small way, equals 64. August 17th, also the day that leaves 136 days in the year. So, Paige also used to wrestle as Brittany Knight, that equals 142. Her real name, Saraya Jade Beavis, equals 142. If you write out the word 39, it equals 142. Rio equals 42. Like the word Freemason, but if you write out 42, it equals 142. So, I mean, fitting for all this story to come out. It was even on her birthday that equals 42. Paige also equals 29, just like her real name, Saraya, that equals 29. So, pretty obvious. All of her wrestling names are even connected to her real names. You know, and when I was looking it up, her mom's also a famous wrestler as well, or at least in England, and they even had Jake the Snake live with them for a while. Jake the Snake, the wrestler in the WWF. Just it's the same story all the time, you know? All these people connected to Freemasonry, they do all this stuff by the numbers. She's definitely a Manchurian athlete, was probably named her name just because of the numbers, probably told what she has to be as a wrestler in wrestling. And I know it's like that in other sports as well. There's tons of people like that. Wrestling, though, it seems like almost everybody in wrestling, they have a connection to somebody in wrestling. Whether it's their father, you know, you got the Hart family, just tons of connections to family or just people who know each other in this intertwined world of wrestling. And just think about some of the themes that they do in these wrestling things. Like clear back in the late 80s, they had the World Powers versus the Twin Towers. And there's a video you can find on YouTube where they're like, the Twin Towers are going to come crumbling down and stuff like that, you know. A bunch of predictive programming. But just wanted to show this story, just like all the rest, coded by the numbers, put out on a certain date, for a certain reason, all because it connects to the numbers. But, you know, just proving it yet again, stuff coded by the numbers. Have a good one.